In this complete Evmux tutorial, we'll show you how to live stream with Evmux step by step and why we think it's one of the best live streaming apps for Mac and PC right now. Now, I'm going to take you through the process using a Mac, but the process is going to be the same no matter which computer you're using. Okay, so starting off, you want to head over to the Evmux website. You want to go ahead and sign up if you haven't got an account already. There is a free account that you can grab, which will get you started. Once you've signed up, go ahead and sign in. Now, the first time you log in on a brand new account, this is what you will see. You have the option to create a single broadcast, which it says is the most popular option, or you can create a multiple session event. So this is if you're having, it says complex events that have an agenda with multiple sessions. So if you're running a product launch, a live launch, this could be a better suit for you, but a lot of the features and controls you get beyond this point in terms of actually going live, they're gonna be the same for both. So for this tutorial, I'm gonna go a single broadcast. I'm gonna give this a name, Justin Live, and let's hit to Studio. And this is gonna take us straight into our live stream studio area. Now I'm gonna quickly go back to the dashboard here, because if you already have an account, when you log in, this is what you will see. You can see that we already have our recent sessions listed down here. We can access recordings for them. We can jump into the studio area, which is where we just were. We can create new broadcast sessions over here as well. And over here on the left, we can also add in speakers. So if we are going to be running webinars and bringing in guests and those sorts of things, you can actually add in speakers in here too ahead of time and then assign them to your session. So it's cool that there is some advanced functionality like that as well. But I would say that for most people that are using this for live streaming, you'll be able to just go to the dashboard, open up your studio, which we have in this tab here, and we can import guests and all those sorts of things from within this area too. Now for this tutorial, I am just using the free version of Evmux, and there is a watermark up in the top corner. It says if you want to remove this logo, then you should upgrade your account to a non-free account. So you can still do everything that I'm doing in here on the free account, but you will see the features that you'll miss out on by just using the free account as we go through. So interface wise, this gray area here, this is essentially our live preview. This is where whatever happens in this area here is what we can record or what we can broadcast out. Down the bottom here, we have different scenes or different templates here, how we can customize up the look and feel of our live stream. We have some other live controls down the bottom here in regards to our audio. We can mute our microphone, we can disable our camera, we can select our camera and microphone from the settings button here. We can also turn on things like echo cancellation, noise suppression, all from this settings button. We can add our screen shares and video sharing from down here too. And super important, this one, we also have dark mode. Let me know in the comments, which one do you prefer, dark or light? Now down the bottom left corner here, we can see I'm already on webcam here. This is where we can preview our cameras, our screen shares, our video files. This is where we can toggle them on and off down the bottom. We also have access to our scene control up the top left here, and a lot of our settings and controls for our live stream in terms of branding and colors and fonts and things are all in this section, which we will dive into. So let's go ahead now and let's add in our video source, which is in this case my webcam. We're gonna come down to the bottom left-hand corner. We're gonna go add to dynamic. This is adding it into a dynamic scene. And what a dynamic scene is that means that we can apply these preset templates or these dynamic scenes to our video or to our live stream. Now, because it's only one element that we've got here, a webcam so far, let's just leave it on the first one for now, but you'll see how this works as we add in more elements. So let's go ahead now and add in a screen share. So down the bottom here, let's hit screen share. Now in here, we can either share our entire screen, we can share a window. I have a YouTube tab open. Let's share that one. And you can see again, it's just appeared down the bottom. So if we want to add it into our scene, we can hit this add to dynamic. And now we have two elements on screen. We have the webcam and we have the screen share. Now this is where we can switch between them using these presets. Now what's really cool about Evmux is we can actually interact with these. So you can see when I'm putting my mouse cursor over these elements, they go blue. If I grab the webcam element here and I drag it to this main area, then it's going to switch the two. So all of this, again, these are controls and things that you can action and use while you're live. So we can easily switch this up just with the click of your mouse all while you're live. And this works for any of these elements as we go through as well. When we bring in extra guests, we can easily swap people around and feature a speaker, make others smaller, all just by moving the mouse. And we can also add in video sources down here as well. So if we want to share a video onto our live stream, we can go share video. We can go ahead and pick a video. This is just some random footage that I have here. And again, it shows up down the bottom here as a video source. Now, as you put your mouse cursor over the video down the bottom here, we can see that we also get a volume slider here to adjust the volume on this clip. And when we add it to the scene, then it's automatically going to start playing. Now, what we are seeing here, this is a low resolution preview. So this is not going to put too much load on our computer or anything like that. But the end live stream, what the viewers will see will be a smooth video playing back for them. And again, as we have these different elements on our scene, we can click and change and shift between them while we are live. So I'm going to go ahead and just remove that video from our scene. So let's go back to solo me here and let's take a look at some of the other features and things we've got access to in here. Now, while we are live, if we do have guests that are on, we'll do a preview of that very soon, we can talk to our guests in here. So we have a group chat where we can type to our guests, or we can actually do a private voice chat with them as well. There is push to talk available. So we can actually talk privately without it going out to the live stream. The next one across here is banners. This is if we want to add in any text or titles to our live stream. So we can bring up a title that looks something like this, or maybe you want to have a sample ticker that runs across the bottom. All of these, again, we can configure up while we're live, or we can actually have them preset and ready to go that we're just clicking on, like I am here on these sample titles, so that when we want to bring up a title, ask a question or anything, we can already have those good to go. So to create one, we just go create a banner. We can give it primary text. Let's go question, what's your favorite color? And we'll just make it a regular one. Let's go create. Now, whenever we click on this, we're going to get question, what's your favorite color? Now we can customize this up. Now I'm going to leave this title on here just for now. Let's go over to the graphics and styling area, and under brand settings, this is where we have some different themes that we can use to change what these look like. So there's some different presets that we can choose from. And again, we can customize these up further by, let's pick this one here, this round one. We can change the color of these just using the sliders here. Now I'm going to jump back to this banner and let's turn that off. So I'm going to disable that one. Let's go back over to the graphics and styling, back to brand settings. Down here, we also have the ability to turn on and off the lower third, the little title down the bottom here. So we can disable it, or we can actually have it show up. Now we can have it show up either once, we can have it show up at certain times throughout. And again, there are some example ones here that you can use, and we can customize them up. So let's customize up this first one here. Let's go to custom. So in here, we're able to customize this up and see what it looks like in real time. So this can't be used while show always is enabled. So let's turn off show always. You can see that we have our title here that is enabled. We can have a delay before it comes on screen. We can hide it after 5 seconds. Again, we can adjust all of this. We can have it on screen for longer. We can have it repeat every 8 seconds. That's probably a bit quick. Maybe we'll go a little higher just so it pops up a lot less frequent. And we can also adjust the size of it. We can adjust the colors and things in here too. And we can also turn on and off speaker title, and also a logo to be shown there as well if we've already set this up with our speaker. We can also adjust the position that this is shown. Again, you've got all your different preset locations here. I'm just going to leave it down the bottom left. Let's go apply to all. This is also going to apply this change, this custom title, for all of our scenes. And we can also add in a logo. Now, again, I'm on the free version here, which does have a logo that I can't change. It is the Evmux watermark. Again, you jump on any of their plans, it's going to remove that. And I'd strongly recommend, to get the most out of this, you want to be on one of their paid plans for sure. So once we're on a paid plan, to add a custom one, you can just hit the little upload button and it will show up in the corner here. Now, if we go down to overlays, this is where we can add in some graphic overlays. Again, we can upload our own. We can add some from the gallery. Now in here, these are effectively images. They can be transparent or not. And these are set to overlay on top of your video, on top of your scene here. So if we pick a couple of these here, we add them into our project, and they are now selectable while we are live. So if I want to add the lines, I can just click on this. And we now have lines on the screen, likewise with leaves. So you could get really creative here with the overlays and graphics that you can add in to create a really professional looking stream. Now, if you are looking for some great templates to use, then check out places like Placeit, like Streamer Templates, and Envato Elements. So that's how we can add in graphics and images. The next one down is to add in any video clips. So again, we can upload our own custom video clips, and they can be transparent video clips too if you're using the WebM format. So I already showed you one way of adding the video clips just using the video share down the bottom here, but we can actually have some video assets that we can queue up and just click on while we're live from within this section. So if we're going to have a video intro, a video outro, maybe a countdown timer, those kinds of things we can add in here. And then we just need to open up this panel and we can click on them and switch between them while we're live. Now let's just go add to gallery so we can see some examples in here, because there are some preset templates and things that you can use. So let's just grab this countdown timer here. Let's go done. So let's say we wanted to add this to our scene. We just click on it and it's going to start counting down. To stop it, again, we just want to click on it and it's going to come back to me. Now, if we keep going down here, we can also change up the background of our live stream too. So obviously I'm full screen here at the moment, so you're not going to see any background. But if I change to one of these other scenes where you can see the gray background here, then we can actually change that up down here too. And you're not just limited to static images here. One of the awesome features in Evmux is you can actually use videos as the background. So I'm just going to pick a plain image here, but I'm also going to add in one of these countdown timer videos as well, so we can see what that looks like. So if we want a static image, we can apply that as the background. But if we want to have a video, we can select on this one and it's going to play in the background of our live stream. So pretty awesome. So all of this so far, you can see how powerful and how easy it is to use already. And I haven't even touched on how we can really customize this up with the pro scenes, which we will get to very soon. I'm going to stop this video in the background here. Let's go back to me full screen. Now, the other area I haven't touched on yet is up here under comments. While you are live, you can actually get an aggregate feed of all of your comments from the different places you are live, because Evmux does let you simulcast or broadcast to multiple platforms at the same time. So if you're live on YouTube and Facebook, all of the comments from both of those platforms are going to be shown in here. My webcam is now following me. Testing out the new Insta360. Stop following me. Okay, I'm back. But then to feature any of these comments on your stream itself, we can bring them up as we could with any of the other titles. We can just select on them and they are going to show on screen in the theme that we picked earlier. So to hide it or remove it, we can just select it on it again, or we can hit hide current comment and they'll be removed from the stream. Now, if you want to add a guest or multiple guests into your live stream, you want to come down the bottom here to invite guests. You can copy it and then you want to send it out to whoever you want to join your stream. So I'm going to send this out now. Okay, I've sent the link out and I have two members of the Primal Video team here down the bottom, just showing up as another video source. So if I want to add Ellie onto the stream here, I can hit add to dynamic. Ellie is now on screen, likewise with Mattia, and we can go through and add all of your guests into the stream at once. And again, we can then switch between the different presets, the different layouts down here, all with a click of a button. So if we want to bring Mattia up full screen, I can solo her here as well. Likewise with Ellie, but I can also jump back to the screen share, and I can also bring up my guest's screen share in here as well. So we can see we've now got Ellie's screen down the bottom here. We can add that in as well, and we can even add mine too. So you can see how flexible and how powerful this is. We're just changing all of this just with the click of a button. Now, one of the features I love about Evmux is that we have the ability to talk to our guests, the people that we're bringing on to interview, either live. There is a private group chat up here under chat. You can see that I can talk to either Ellie or Mattia privately, or there is a group chat for all of us. And this can be used while we're live as well. But there's also a push to talk feature as well. So if I want to send them a quick voice message or have a really quick conversation, we can do that privately as well. And then when you want to remove someone from your stream, you can just come down the bottom and go remove from dynamic, and they are now not part of your live stream. And they can sit down the bottom here and you can bring them back up whenever you'd like. So you can have people waiting in the green room to switch guests in and out. So you can already see just how powerful and easy to use Evmux is. And so far we're just using these dynamic scenes, these presets along the bottom here. We can actually customize things up so much further when we use pro scenes. So if I come over here and add in a pro scene, once again, there's some presets and some templates that we can add, but we can also create an entire scene from scratch. Now, before we do that, I'm just going to show you one of the presets in here so you can see what I'm talking about in terms of customizability. I'm just going to grab this scene here. You can add this in. This is a template that we can use, and this scene is now showing over here. Now, we can use a combination of our dynamic scenes and our new custom pro scenes here as well. But what you're seeing here on screen is a video playback over a countdown timer. And all of this is customizable. So if we select this scene here, come back over here to layers, we can see that we have a text layer, which if we select on that, that's this text here, coming back in. It's all editable. We can change it up. We can change the colors, change the fonts. We also have two video files. The one here, the top one here is a video that is just counting down. So this is currently a 10-minute countdown timer. But with this video, we can pick it up, we can move it around, we can scale it up and down. If we want to make it a bit bigger, a bit smaller, you can see it's rotated already to match the laptop in the background. But we can also change the start and the end time. So we want it to start around 2 minutes. So it's only going to play the last part of this video. So it's a 2-minute countdown timer. Then we would have this video start around here. And now when we switch to a different scene and then back to our pro scene, we can see that our countdown timer starts at 2 minutes. But also the other piece is this background is not a static image. It's actually a video, which is this bottom video layer here. And again, we can pick it up, we can scale it, we can move it around as if it was a graphic, but we're doing this live in real time with a video file too. And we have the ability to create our own custom scenes in here too. So if we come back over here now and go to add a scene, there again are some presets and templates and things in here that you can use and customize those up. Some of the speaker ones can be really powerful. So we can choose here the number of speakers that we have, and it's going to customize up our templates here for that. So if we've got 10 speakers, there is already a template that we can use here. Hit create, let's add this in, that we can then customize up for if we had 10 people going to show up on our stream. And we can actually move and scale up and resize and crop these different elements as well. So this is a placeholder for if someone was going to join our stream here in this position. We could actually make this one bigger if we wanted to. We could actually crop the sides of it if we wanted to. So if this one, for some reason, we wanted it bigger, we wanted it a square, then we have the ability to do this. So this is normally functionality that we'd normally only see in things like Vmix, Ecamm Live, Wirecast, OBS, more professional software. So it's so awesome that you've got tools like this in here too. Let's go ahead and create a total new scene here. Let's just create an empty scene and let's go to add a new layer. And you can start to see the things that we can add in here. So we can add in text, an animated caption, media files, a slideshow of images or graphics, a remote guest, a speaker that we again could be setting up before we go live, screen share, media share. So let's go media files here and let's pick this butterfly background. Now let's go ahead and add me onto the scene here. So we can go add to pro scene. So it's not adding it to dynamic scene because we have this scene selected. I can now add my webcam into the pro scene. And in here, I now have the ability to scale it up and down. I can move it around. I can adjust the crop. So let's just say that we only want it. Let's just say, let's go portrait. Why not? We can also turn off that lower third title that's on there. So let's turn that off. And maybe we'll put it on the side here and we will scale this up. So you can see just how quick we're able to create something using some different graphic elements, some videos, and some of the templates that are already here. Let's delete this background layer here. Let's go and add something else. Let's add in another one of their media files. Again, you can really kick this up if you're using your own graphics and templates and things as well. Let's pick this background that we had here before, which was the countdown timer. Let's grab our video layer on my webcam here. Let's move it up on top of this graphic. And now let's try and make this fit on there. And let's drag it over here. Let's maybe uncrop it. Probably don't want it cropped yet. Let's go back to full widescreen. Now let's scale this down and let's rotate it to try and match the angle. And now let's crop off the edges. So you can see we can get this pretty close, but again, this is a webcam over a live playing video as well. And we can even get more control over this if we come over here to dimensions. Then we can actually get much more granular with our positioning on X and Y. We can also adjust the width and height here, again, at a granular level, but we can also unlink our aspect ratio. So if I click on this so it's unlinked, so you can see that here we're only adjusting the height, not the width. There's also some effects and things that we can add on here as well. So we could round the corners of this clip. Again, it's thinking that it was full screen here. We can also adjust the transparency to maybe sort of sell this effect a bit more. And if you are using a green screen, then there is green screen or chroma key available here too. So pretty awesome that you can, again, create these scenes that while you're live, you're just clicking on and switching between so that you can really create the live stream that you are after. Now for another quick example, let's add a scene. Let's create a new blank scene, an empty scene. We're gonna add a new layer. Let's go for media files. I'm going to upload my own. Now this is a free graphic that I downloaded from Streamer Templates. This is one that is free to download, but they've got lots of other options on there as well. Now these are designed for StreamYard, but they work really well with Evmux too. Let's go to Maroon Live, background, 2 cams. Let's go open. Let's select our image here. So this is a static background, but again, this could work with video too. We can then add my camera onto this scene. We can scale it down so that it fits in this area. And you can also use the arrow keys on your keyboard as well to make all of this fit. And let's grab our screen share over here and let's scale this and resize this so that this fits on the other side. And because our screen share overlay doesn't fit perfect, we can crop it. We have these tools here. So let's grab this top edge and bring it down. And let's trim the bottom off too. And there we have it. So it's so simple to be able to build out these scenes and then to be able to switch between them while you're live. So now when it's time to go live, you want to come up the top here to broadcast channels and you want to select where you want to go live to. So you've got the option in here with presets to go live to Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube, Twitch, and there is RTMP support here too, meaning that you can go live pretty much anywhere. I'm going to go ahead and pick YouTube. You want to verify it and sign in with your YouTube channel. I'm just going to pick a test account I have here. We can then give our stream a title and a description. You probably want to add something a bit better than that. We can also adjust the privacy here, public, unlisted, or private. Let's go unlisted. And if we want to schedule this live stream for later, then we have the option in here to do that, where we can upload a thumbnail image and select when we want this live stream to occur. Now this is adding one destination here, YouTube. Another awesome feature with Evmux is that we can actually broadcast live to multiple places. So we can also add in Facebook here. Let's add a Facebook page. Go ahead and verify our Facebook account. Again, we can give it a title, give it a description, and we can then toggle between these different services or these different broadcast channels. So if we decide that we don't actually want to broadcast to Facebook, we can just disable that for this stream. Once you've selected where you want to go live, we can hit save. So then when you're ready to go live, all we need to do is hit again on this go live button, come down here to start, hit start, and it's going to initialize our stream. It says it can take up to 2 minutes for this to actually start, but there is something you need to be aware of the moment that your stream starts if you are using Pro Scenes. And that is that you need to transition what you're seeing here in this preview over to your live view here the moment that you are live. So we can see here right now we're live, it's counting up, but there's nothing here that the viewers can see. This is your live preview window. So we need to quickly hit this transition button, and now we have effectively transitioned this scene over to live. Now the beauty of this is it means that we can queue up the next scene or the next thing that we want to do with our live stream. So let's say we're going to switch scenes. Our viewers here haven't seen that anything's changed yet, but over here we're ready for this. This is queued up, ready to go. And the moment I hit transition, then that new scene becomes live. So this is great if we want to queue up guests and things and do some stuff while we're actually live. The moment we're ready, we hit transition and that becomes live. Now the only other thing to be aware of with this is let's come up to dynamic scenes. Now dynamic scenes, they actually don't work this way. Once you transition a dynamic scene into your live stream, you actually just switch over here using these templates here. They're real time, so you don't need to worry about the preview monitor here. It's all just done in real time. So if I want to bring me back up here, we can add to dynamic. You see that's all happening in real time over on the live stream window. It's only the pro scenes that will show up over here in the preview that we'll have to transition live. So again, if you want to keep things super simple, you can just use the dynamic scenes, but there is some huge power in Evmux if you decide to jump into the pro scenes too. Once you're finished, you just want to hit end broadcast up the top here. We can end our broadcast. And it's also worth noting that you actually don't need to broadcast live from Evmux. You can use it just for video recording too. So you can see that we've got YouTube selected up here. If we go to edit, we can actually disable that, hit save. So we're not going to broadcast anywhere. We hit go live and we can just toggle on the recording here. So you can use Evmux to create really engaging, really awesome looking content and interviews and things without the need to even broadcast live. You also have the ability in here to enable the local recording or ISO recording if you are on their pro plan. This will let you locally record your cameras, but also locally record on your guest's end their cameras as well. And then it will automatically upload yours and theirs for you to download the highest quality recording possible for your interviews or for your live stream. So this is an amazing feature that's built in here. And again, once you're finished with your stream or with your recording, you can go back to the dashboard and all your recordings and everything will be available on there. So now you're up to speed on how to use Evmux. Now, if you want to see how Evmux stacks up against the other top live streaming software right now, then check out the videos linked on screen where we look at the best live streaming software for PC and Mac. I'll see you in there.